All right, we are at the next step with your clay project, which is to actually make the base that our tube of clay, so it becomes more of a vessel, so a closed container. You are going to need some clay, rolling pin, a canvas, fettling knife, and needle tool again. You're going to take and we're going to roll a slab again, like we did last time. This time you want to kind of stick with it more in a square shape, because what we're going to eventually do is just kind of cut this out so it's round. You don't want to make this too thin because you do want it to be strong, so you have a nice solid base. Okay. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tube of clay that I made last time. I'm going to place it right on top of this. This is hard to see. Let's see. And you are going to trace with the needle tool around the perimeter. So I traced around the perimeter there. So if I lift this off, you can see that. So then I'm going to take my fettling knife and I'm going to actually cut this out. So every once in a while I've been cleaning my tools off here with the sponges, so you have nice clean tools while you're working. Okay, I've got that cut out. Now this I'm going to attach to my project here. But first what I want to do is turn this over and I'm going to put my information on the back. So I'm going to put my name, my class period, so whatever it is, and my homeroom number. Okay, so put your info on the back. Carve it in with the needle tool. Then I know that I want to connect this to my tube of clay, so I know I'm going to need to slip and score. So I'm either going to take my needle tool and I'm going to score all around the perimeter, or I'm going to take my serrated rib tool and I can also do the same technique. You just want to make sure that you're really pushing down with the serrated rib tool, because sometimes people don't get enough grooves in this, and then it doesn't really attach well. Okay, so I've done that, and I know that I need some slip, so I'm going to put some slip down. You only need to put slip on one surface, not both. Just kind of tap the slip down. You don't need to smooth it out. Actually, don't want to smooth it out because you'll get rid of all your score marks. Okay, so I put slip on that, and then I'm going to take my tube of clay that I made here, and I'm going to put this down on top of that and apply some pressure. Okay, so now what I need to do is I actually have to take these plastic bags out of it so that I can see on the very inside. And I don't know if you can see down on the inside there, but I need to do the same thing like I did on the exterior of my tube. I need to take a very small coil. So I'm going to take a little bit of clay and I'm going to roll it into a thin coil. That's your little snake of clay. And I'm going to put that all along the perimeter, right at the seam on the inside. Sometimes you just have to set it down in there and then use your hand to push it against the seam, and then use the wooden tool to smooth it in. Okay, so what I can do at this point is, if you don't like the way it looks, you can go back in with one of the round sponges and you can kind of smooth that inside out there a little bit better. Actually, then you can work on the outside edge, you know, making sure it looks nice and neat, like all the way around on the perimeter, on the exterior. Okay, so now I've got a vessel. So I've got a base on the bottom here with my tube of clay around it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to build up on the top of this. So you're going to watch the next video, which will show you the different coil techniques.